Welcome to Romance Happy Hour. I'm Dylan Crush, and tonight I have got Dawn Ludicky with me. Yay, both of us are here again, like 2 times in a
Yeah.
row. That's almost like a record recently.
Amazing.
And we are also joined tonight by fabulous authors Zee Irwin and J.C. Brown. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for being with us. We're really glad you're here. So Dawn, before we jump into everything, what have you been up to? I was in your state and I
I
didn't see you.
know. I am so sorry. But
It's all
honestly,
right.
you didn't want to see me because by Saturday night, because I would have seen you that Friday, because the first Friday you were coming in, I was literally driving away. And I was like, son of a bitch.
Yes. Well, I got hit on Sunday and you were already gone.
Yeah.
And then I left Missoula and went and did fun things in
Yeah.
Montana. Oh my gosh. I love Montana. I would move to Montana in a heartbeat if my husband said yes, or maybe even if he doesn't say yes. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about that. Don't tell him. But
Okay.
but yeah, it was beautiful. And then I was back in Missoula on Friday night and left
On
Saturday.
Friday.
But then yeah, that
And
was the
by
Friday that you had
Saturday,
something big.
I was pretty dang sick, but I was camping with my husband's in the mountains. And so
Okay.
I was powering through it. By
Good
Monday,
job.
I was calling in saying I can't come to work. So
Uh-oh.
I finally broke it yesterday. So yeah.
And they thought you probably had like a love hangover, not that you were sick.
She probably did. But my boss is in the Yukon today, so she didn't care.
Oh,
she was glad I wasn't there to distract her so she could catch up on everything.
Yes, or infect her. I know. Anymore, it's like there's so much crud going around. If you have any hint of anything, just stay away.
Yeah.
Stay away.
So I want to know, like, how did you? So I just want you to point out that you saw the bougie side, the bougie touristy side of Montana. So next time you got to come see the nitty dirty gritty side of Montana down south.
Okay, but I would also like to say that I've been to visit you twice now.
No, you haven't. Oh, you have? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I visited you when you lived in
Virginia
Beach, and then I have now been to Montana, and so
I know I want to come and be like, let's go to your cabin so I can see the beavers. We have to say we have to talk about the beavers. We haven't talked about them in a while.
We've not talked about the beavers for a long time. I don't know if JC and Z are up on the beavers.
The beaver
we might
talk.
have to fill them in later.
Okay. Yeah, we will. We'll fill you in later.
A running standing thing. I will say I learned a lot about beavers when I went to the wolf weekend, because we talked about the importance of beavers in, just like the ecosystem. And when there are no beavers, the whole landscape changes, because they're just busy little beavers that, block up the water and everything. Oh, thank you, Jen. I love Jen is with us with the beaver. The beaver emojis there.
Yeah, nice. And you went to the wolf place, and then did they tell you about the importance of the wolves in the wolf in the
I did the wolf thing in Minnesota before I came to Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
So
there's also an importance of wolves here too, because
there's
like a study in Yellowstone that
I saw that.
It's crazy. Like just the balance in general.
But a lot of people in Montana do not like wolves.
No, we don't.
And that was another topic we talked about on my wolf weekend, which I don't know. For those of you that don't know, I write Mountain Man romance as Eve London, my alter ego, which is why I had such an interest in learning more about wolves and the ecosystem and all of that. So yeah, in my Dylan books, you won't really find many references to wolves, but it was fascinating. But yeah, in Montana, when I got to Montana, I saw Missoula and Kalispell and Whitefish, and we drove around I can't talk tonight, Flathead Lake. And it was absolutely gorgeous. We stayed at a condo up at the Whitefish Mountain Resort, so we got to like look down over everything. And we did Glacier National Park, and all without Dawn.
No, I'm sorry. I've been there.
All right. All right.
Did you make it to the National Bison Range? That's like a self-tour thing.
Yes. And I'm telling you, we didn't see very many bison.
What? Really?
Well, we saw a couple from far away. And you
Okay.
drove through the whole thing right here. I'm going to pull up a
Yeah.
picture and I will show you. And then as we were leaving, because we had driven through the whole thing, and I thought we were going to die at some point. As we were leaving, oh gosh, you can't really see this.
No, I see it.
See it. Mm-hmm.
I know I have my blur in the background on, but
But we can see it. Yeah.
there was a bison like
Very
right on the
cool.
side of the road as we were leaving. I was like, I saw more bison in Yellowstone when we drove through than I did in the bison range. But there was one like right by the side of the road, and he was rolling in the dirt and like kicking up this huge cloud of stuff. And so we just drove by really, really slowly and then stopped, and like he looked at us and we looked at him, and I took a picture.
Yeah.
So now I've decided there will be bison. There's going to be a bison ranch in an upcoming Eve book, because that was really cool.
We have one down the road from us. They raise them for the meat.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's sad.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I understand that,
but it is cool to see them. Other than that part.
I was gonna say, if you want to come down to the nitty gritty Bitterroot, I can take you to 3.
There's actually a bison ranch not far from me.
Yeah. Oh, really?
So, yeah. I feel like now I need to, although I don't think they have visitors, but maybe they'd let me come out there if I don't know.
Them out there. Zee, where are you at? Okay, if you don't mind me asking, you don't have to answer.
Yeah.
Where are you? If you have a bison range too.
Well, I'm actually in Pennsylvania, but outside of Pittsburgh on the western side of Pennsylvania. But I grew up in Montana, so
where?
We did not know that.
Yeah, from about 6th grade through high school, graduated up there, and then I left. But lived in Billings. We lived in Red Lodge. We lived in a little place called Big Sky outside of Bozeman on the way to West Yellowstone. Yeah, I was actually married the first time in a chapel outside of Big Sky.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the side of the state. I mean, the furthest east I've lived is Townsend, and then the Bitterroot in Missoula area. That's where we are.
Yeah, I never did much up there. Lewistown was as far as we got because my family was from there. So we had a long history there in Lewistown, which actually is part of my book. So
I just actually found out there's an author that I'm in a world with, and she lives 2 towns over. And I was like, girl, why did I not know this? And she's like, I don't know. Let's have coffee. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So all us Montana girls, we gotta have coffee.
There are quite a few authors in Montana. And I do want to do a super quick shout out, because we went to 2 all romance bookstores. The first one was FMC in Missoula, and Tara was fabulous.
Isn't she?
And then we went to Good Girls Books up in Kalispell, and both of them were fantastic and so much fun.
Yeah, I haven't been to Good Girls Books, but I did meet Tara when we had coffee and lunch, and before she got her storefront set up. She was going to do it as a online thing. So I was so glad to see her do that. And I need to get my books to her. But every time I go into Missoula, again, I can't coordinate with her. It's a problem with me. Missoula's a big city,
Well, it didn't really feel all that big to me, but probably a big city to you, Dawn.
Big city, Montana. Well, not like Billings, though.
Yeah,
Billings
was the biggest.
Huge. Yeah.
And still
you guys
small.
all live like it in the country.
Yeah.
I live like in the middle of the city.
Okay.
Where are you, JC?
Wait, I was going to say, let's play a game, because the joke is that I've either lived at or visited everywhere. So let's see if I've lived at or visited where you're from. Go ahead.
I am from Providence, Rhode Island.
I have not lived there, but I have been through there. Yeah, visited. Yes. I lived in Boston for 7 years.
I was going to say, you probably lived near there.
Near there, yeah, Boston. Yeah.
I've been to,
oh my gosh.
Oh no, that was Delaware, not Rhode Island. I don't think I've been to Rhode Island.
Yeah, it's
not
tiny.
yet.
Lots of people haven't been there.
Still time.
I know.
Still time.
There is. It's beautiful little state though. I mean, all along that seashore there, that New England seashore is beautiful little
Very pretty.
area. Yeah.
Dawn, have you been working on any books lately, or are you still
I'm
busy with the day job?
I am still busy with the day job, but I am like trying to work it into my schedule. Right now I'm not working it into my schedule because I'm trying to work in losing weight because my husband's taking me on a cruise in a couple months. And so my normal writing time at 5 a.m. is now my workout time. So
well, if you could learn how to dictate, then you could work out and dictate your books. Do any of you dictate?
Okay, you clearly don't work out hard enough.
Well, no. Why would I want to do that?
I can't talk when I work out. I'm just like, so. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, one of these days you'll have a real writing update for us.
I will.
Yes.
Maybe I will. Yeah, I'm trying. My agent says the same thing. So,
you know what? Ebbs and flows.
Yeah. What about you? You just had this epic adventure. Like, did you get any inspiration? Did you write while you were visiting Glacier and Whitefish?
I did. So I have, I guess, some news that I've kind of been hinting around, but because I don't have like real dates on it yet, but I have gotten rights back to 2 of my cowboy series that were published with traditional publishers, and so I am right now working on getting those redone to re-release, and each one of those has 3 books in it right now, and I am making plans to add at least 1 or 2 more books to each of those series, so I'm excited about that. And the first one I hope to get out before the end of this year, so hopefully in November. So that's been busy. Yes, ma'am.
I knew you when you were first getting published is it the one where he had the man boobs?
What? No. Oh my God, Dawn.
Is it the one where the book model had the man boobs and you're like, I hate this cover?
No. No.
Okay. Not that one.
There was one cover that I felt that the cover model was a little, was not quite there yet, but
Are you putting them out under Dylann Crush?
Yes, so they'll be under Dylann Crush, but I'm going to rename them and put them into a different series name so that they don't continue to get mixed up all along with my books that were out by the traditional publisher, because they'll still have some paperbacks out and stuff like that. But if I make any changes, I don't want people to think that they're the exact same thing. Yeah. So, so that's coming, and then I have a release tomorrow under Eve London. It's oh my gosh, it's a holiday book, y'all. Can you believe that it is already time for holiday books?
Wow.
I mean, it was fun writing it because, it's like, it's Christmas themed, but Christmas was so long ago, but I don't know. It feels like every year I feel like it's forever away. And this year we're going to have family here. And I'm already I'm already thinking about Christmas because we're going to have to plan. And so it feels a little weird to be releasing a Christmas book in September, but I don't know. It seems like every year it sneaks up on me faster and faster. So I know it's going to be here before we know it.
Yeah. I got a question. Did you write it in the summertime? Did you write it like recently? Or did you write it like, okay. So what did you do to get in the Christmas mood? Did you wear like a Santa hat or?
Are you kidding? I sweat.
Christmas carols?
I sweat in my underwear now, thanks to, being a woman of a certain age. No, I did not. I did not don Christmas sweaters and fuzzy hats. I did not. I think that's part of the joy of being an author is putting yourself in different experiences and being able to use your imagination. So
did you at least listen to Christmas music?
No, I didn't. I didn't have to. And you know what was even better? My book is a Christmas Eve wedding.
Oh.
But, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say this on here or not, my sister is getting married in March. And so I am like, it's been a long time since I've, been like an up close witness to wedding planning. And so that was helpful because I have that in the forefront of my mind.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Is it a wedding planner? Is the
Mhm.
heroine a wedding planner?
Heroine, yeah. She's starting
Okay.
off her new business as a wedding planner, planning her friend's event. So,
Oh, jeez. And now
yes.
I'm just curious who the hero is. Is it the best man?
Nope. You'll have to read it to find out.
Shoot.
Oh,
I
well,
know
actually,
she
the
does
title
this one.
does kind of give it away because the
Okay.
title is coming for her brother's best friend.
Oh,
So,
okay. Her brother's best friend then. Okay.
so the hero is, yeah, surprise, it's her brother's best friend. But all right,
Awesome.
I think it's time we talk to our featured
It
authors tonight, don't
really
you?
is.
I
I'm
feel like we've
so
gabbed for
sorry.
way long
Yeah.
enough.
Mhm.
So yeah, so first we want to introduce you to Zee Irwin. So Zee, why don't you take it away and tell us a little bit about yourself and anything you want our viewers and listeners to know.
Sure. I'm Zee Irwin, as they said, and I've been writing for 4 years, publishing my books, and I'm typically an insta-love-y kind of author. I do write books that can be read in about 2 hours, but I also write longer books as well. So I have a little bit of everything under my umbrella. I have 40 books now, which is a lot in 4 years, I suppose. And they all are. I typically write wealthy men. I do love writing my billionaires, but I do have some billionaires in cities, but I also have billionaires in small towns, and small town is really where my thing is. And but I like also having my heroes be ex-military cowboys on a ranch. I also have some hockey heroes, and the main theme around everything that I have is that they're steamy small town romances that can be enjoyed no matter what the hero is. And so that's typically what I write. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're super happy to have you. And
Yes.
JC, you want to tell us a little bit about you and what you do in Rhode Island when you're not writing and all that fun stuff?
Well, it's really not much to do here. I have 4 kids to take care of, so
Oh,
that
I
keeps
feel
me
you.
pretty busy. But I write paranormal romance, and it's basically anything that I can think of. I don't like to live in the real world, so it's like fascinating to live in the magical places where magical creatures are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes.
So I have like a Selkie. I did a lot of novellas because I started publishing in 2021, but I co-authored with a friend of mine, and the only independent things I did were all anthologies because I love anthologies. So I wrote a lot of short novellas for the anthologies, and I just recently published my first solo non-co-authored book, which
Oh,
is Breaking the Curse.
yay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
A couple of
fantastic.
things that I've been waiting ever since I saw you pop on to say. I love your ears.
Mhm.
Is
Thank
that
you.
because you write paranormal?
For sure.
Okay. That's what I love it so much. I was like, I can't wait to say that.
I have them in every color that you could possibly think of.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're super cute.
Thanks.
Yeah. And then I can't remember what the other one was, but I'll remember
It'll
after.
come back to you.
Yeah,
No doubt it will come back to
it
you.
will. I'll write it down.
So Zee is going to read for us first. Should we get into it? Are you ready?
Sure. Give it a
Okay.
shot.
And do we need any setup, or are you starting
Yeah.
from page 1, or do you need to give us a little background information?
I'll give some background. Yeah.
Okay.
So I am going to read from my latest book, Cozy Cabin for Two, which is a steamy romance, mountain man romance, and it is actually a continuation. Dylan's copying. It's actually
my
yes,
backwards.
the other way.
Shoot.
Yeah. This is actually book 1 of a multi-author series that I created. And so there are 6 other authors that are writing with me, all based on my ranch that I started 2 years ago called The Off-Duty Rescue Ranch, which is right there. That's the 3-book volume. I just wrote 3 stories, but I had always intended to write more. And I wrote it for my mom originally with our Montana background. And she loves cowboy romances. And she's, just a big fan of everything I write. But I thought I'm going to write something different than my usual, billionaires and small towns that I'm going to write. Military mountain men on a ranch and ex-military mountain men. And I called it the Off-Duty Rescue Ranch because they were started by a wealthy man who actually got out of the military, earned his inheritance, and then decided to turn his attention and his wealth into a ranch that would help both ex-military mountain men and also ex-military men, and also wounded and horses that are neglected and abused. Mm-hmm. And so it's a rescue ranch of all kinds. And then I had a lot of requests from my readers. When are you going to write the next Off Duty? When are you going to write? So I decided to go ahead and move the ranch, though. Actually, they're starting a second ranch in Montana. And so that's where this one comes in. And the series is actually called Alphas Fall Hard. And so they're fall-based settings. And I thought, with my publishing schedule, I couldn't really get out more than one at the moment. And so I went out to several authors and got 6 others to join me. And so they're all writing their men also on my ranch in my world, but, still standalone. So you don't have to read them all. And then I have a couple of others that I'll be bringing out after the fact. And so it's been fun to do and a fun collaboration and really exciting to move the ranch to Montana where I have my roots from. And so that's what I'm going to read. I'm actually going to read chapter 3. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I do have a question prior to this. Where in Montana? Is it Billings? Big Sky?
No, actually, from the center of the Montana, Lewistown, where my family all resided and our family ranch was, in a place called Forest Grove, which actually does exist. It is a real little town, but it's not really a town. It's really a mail stop for ranchers. But my Aunt May grew up there, and as I grew up there, we would always go up there and visit her. And they had a sheep ranch, and she was kind of everything. She was the fire marshal and the matriarch of the valley, pretty much, and the mayor. Whatever that little tiny spot needed, she was it. And she ran that place. It was crazy for a little woman to be in charge of, and have so much to do with so many farmers and ranchers in the area. But so I always remembered picking gooseberries up there. Not gooseberries. Yeah, rose hips. Was it rose hip berries? Yeah. My mom would make jellies. And so it was just always someplace that I wanted to write at some point. Mm-hmm. And this was just the opportune time. So I based the little town that this is in on Forest Grove, but embellished it. Of course, it is an actual small town now.
There's more to the mail stop.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And so this is the start of that world. So I'm going to actually read chapter 3, which is when they're both together. He has picked up his former sister-in-law. It is a forbidden romance. I call it forbidden-ish, though, because the brother has passed away. So, and it's been a few years. And so it's not exactly like, he's alive and they're doing the dirty behind his back. It's not that kind of forbidden, but I call it forbidden light, And so I'm going to read from chapter 3 when he's now picked up Willow and his niece Ro from the bus station and driving them to the ranch, along with a new military man who is joining the ranch as well as one of his ranch hands.
Okay.
So that's,
okay. All right. Well, we will let you get. Oh, were you saying something, Dawn?
I was just going to say I'm so excited for this. Let's get going.
Okay. All right. We will leave you to it. We'll be back when you're done.
Okay. Montana is a pretty place, nothing like home in upstate New York. Colt broke the silence, fidgeting in the seat like a guy trying to get comfortable in boots a size too small. I grunted, wedged between Willow and me. Ro tried to inch further away from me. We don't have to do small talk, Willow offered Colt a soft smile. Right, just the tension in here is thick enough to cut, Colt muttered, tugging at the collar of his I Hike the Pacific Trail shirt. Ash and I are no strangers to tension, she said on a breathy chuckle. What was that scent she wore? Honeysuckle? It bowled me over. She sat like a vision I never thought I'd see again. Pale hair, wild around her shoulders, reminding me of the way it used to fly when she'd ride her bike over to study with Scott after school. perfect for my hands to run through if I would let them, and too much temptation considering how the woman used to exist only in my deeply forbidden thoughts. Colt gave her a sideways glance. I take it you and Ash know each other well? You could say that. He was my brother-in-law. My husband passed away, she answered matter-of-factly while I inside cringed. I haven't seen or heard from Ash in years, despite my attempts to reach out. I grunted again. You're not going to let that go, are you? I grumbled. When somebody does something wrong, they usually apologize. So no, not letting it go yet. Willow crossed her arms. The same spitfire, same pouty mouth I'd like to kiss. I sighed through my nose and tried to shake it off. How'd you get that injury anyway? Her eyes flicked down to Ro, the two of them exchanging glances. The same night I got laid off, I slipped off a curb carrying groceries into our apartment. Just a severe ankle sprain seemed like the last straw in a long line of things not going our way. My mouth twitched. Still clumsy, huh? Her head snapped toward me. Excuse me? You don't remember slipping in the cafeteria and dumping your lunch tray on the cheer captain on spaghetti day? And what about the time you fell asleep in church and knocked over a full rack of hymnals during your father's sermon? You did that in Grandpa's church? You never told me, Ro gasped, and glanced between us like she wasn't sure who to believe. She couldn't be more like the spitting image of my brother if she tried. That might even be Scott's old 49ers ball cap she wore, barely hiding dirty blonde strands of stringy hair. Willow narrowed her eyes to slits. Well, now that you'll be spending time with your uncle, who apparently is a walking archive of my most embarrassing teenage moments, he can fill you in. Ro perked up. You know a lot about my mom? Some people you never forget, I admitted. The cab went still, as if the air itself was holding its breath, and I caught Willow's eyes. As if no time had passed, the attraction between us unmistakably brewed beneath the surface. Almost there, I blinked and broke the moment, reverting my attention to the road. This shouldn't be happening. She was my sister-in-law, the love of my brother's brief life. From the day he was born, I was his protector from Dad and from the world. Then he met Willow. It became clear Scott had wanted her from the start, so I avoided her and eventually left home and never looked back, just so he would have her to himself without me getting in the way. She was too good for me and perfect for him. I never expected to see her again. Finally, the trees opened up ahead and the dirt road crested over a small hill. The ranch came into view ahead of us, wild and beautiful. Lush prairies flanked either side of a rambling river, the banks dotted with pockets of pines. Tall grasses swayed in the breeze, and horses and cattle grazed lazily among them. A frosted mountain range framed it all, the tops fringed with fall snow. Look at all the horses, Ro cried and pointed excitedly at one of the front fields bordered by a white fence. Every color and type dotted the herd from large to small. Welcome to the off-duty rescue ranch, I announced, and sat straighter with pride at the view of the place I now called home. I sent Colt off to find Knox. He'd get the new guy squared away in the bunkhouse. Meanwhile, I watched Willow and Ro take over my cabin. They toured the interior, the light blonde logs and huge windows filled the space with a bright ambiance. The furnishings were simple, minimal, but nice and new, and shades in blue and brown. For a guy like me, I think I did all right, filling this place with all the comforts of a home. Rosie ran around, checking it all out, from the great room to the loft upstairs. I've got dibs on this space up here, she called down from the railing above. It has a couch up there that I bought off someone in town, cleaned it up good, big enough for a little girl to sleep upon, I guess. And the main bedroom and bathroom are here for you. I pointed to the door behind me on the main level. Think you two will be comfortable? Judging by the smile on Willow's face, she approved. It meant the world to me, even though it shouldn't have mattered. Yes, thank you. It's cozy enough for two, she said. I choked and cleared my throat. Right, cozy. There's a stocked fridge, but let me know if you need anything else. Oh, can you cook on crutches? We'll manage, she assured. I should leave you to it then, I blurted. But at the same time, she started to say we should talk. We both chuckled. Where do you live? She asked. I ran a hand through my hair. I'll be in the bunkhouse with the guys. Do you have a phone? Let me give you my new number in case you need anything or if you spot a bear or something. Bears, cool! Rosie ran down the stairs to join us. No, not cool at all. Give me your phone, Willow demanded, taking it from me and putting her number into it immediately. It's no big deal, city girls. I'll protect you. I wanted to reach out and lightly ruffle Rose's hair, same as I used to do to Scott when we were younger, but I held back. Why do you call us city girls? She giggled, her dimples appearing, definitely from the road side of the family. Because you come from California, land of too many people and palm trees, I pointed out. Here in the country, a lot can happen. I'm glad we have a man like you to keep us safe. Willow fluttered her lashes and sorry, and damn, wearing a prim and proper floral sundress like it was her Sunday best made me wish I could find out what womanly body she had underneath. This woman was entirely too tempting. You didn't have to put us up like this, but I'm grateful to you, Ash. I figure if there's a cosmic force keeping tabs, I sure as hell at least owe you a place to stay for a while. I'm sure Scott would have wanted that. She seemed to bristle at this, her eyes suddenly shooting at me. We don't want to be a burden to you. We'll be out of your hair as soon as I manage. Still stubborn as hell? You'll stay here as long as you need. Now let me show you how to work the furnace. The autumn nights can get cold up here, so keep an eye on it. I'll put some logs on the back porch if you want a fire in the fireplace. As I explained the thermostat dial, she stood way too close and observed. Her scent so sweet I could eat her up right now. She'd be the closest I had let a female get to me since I moved out here. I took on the challenge of building this ranch for Chris and didn't let complications like relationships deter me from my mission. As a result, work had me wound up tight for months. When I finished messing with the dials, I peered down into her lovely face and got lost. An unexpected distraction. While it's getting late, I backed away, remembering who she was, not mine, Scott's. Yes, I'm sure we've taken up too much of your time for Friday night, but I want to see the horses, Ro whined. No, honey, we'll see them tomorrow, Willow countered. Yeah, I should head out. Got some more work to do. I stuffed my hands in my pockets like I didn't know what to do with them. Do I hug her or not? What about Ro? What would an uncle do, or at least one she had never met? Talk about overwhelming. No date tonight? Willow cocked her brow. Nope, absolutely not. I mean, there's always something to do around here. Ro, you can come up to the barn tomorrow and I'll introduce you around. We probably have a pony you could ride. Really? Yes. I love Montana already. Her eyes wide, she trotted off to the kitchen. Well, at least one of us is getting what she wanted, Willow muttered under her breath as I walked out the door, but I caught it. What did she mean? See you tomorrow, Ash? Sure, tomorrow. I nodded and hurried away and drove to the bunkhouse. I didn't relish having to put up with the guys again or explaining why my new cabin was suddenly unavailable. She was really here, Willow Rose, invading my mountain for better or worse. Definitely a distraction. And I'll stop right there.
Yikes, sorry, getting everybody back up here again. Took me a second. My mouse froze. That sounded exactly like what I saw in Montana last week.
Yay!
And
Yeah,
I
it
was
like, yep, the river. There seemed to be a river cutting through almost every single valley and the banks. And yeah, no, I just felt
That's
like I was
fun.
right back there. So
Oh, thanks.
and I was sitting here thinking, I know exactly what mountain you're talking about. I want to live there.
Yeah.
I know the house I
Yeah.
want to live on there.
Aw. It's been a
No.
while since I've been back. It's probably,
Mhm.
probably as old as 2 years young. We were there last when my oldest was 2 because they were in one of my cousin's wedding. So now they're 20. So 18 years since I've been back to Montana. I'm dying to go
too
back.
long, Z.
It
I think
is.
you need to
It is.
go.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Listen, you just fly into Billings, you go
Yeah.
do your little tour over there, and then you come to the Bitterroot,
Yeah.
and we'll like hang out. I got an RV,
Yeah.
you can stay in it. We'll
Mhm.
go up to the mountains here.
Yay! I would love that. And there's like a signing up there now. I saw this past year.
Yeah, they
Yes.
do it every 2 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wish there were more. Maybe there are more. I don't know, but I would love to go up. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know how often they do that one. I thought the Books by the Lake was new this year. Or is there another one?
oh, maybe I didn't see that one. The one in Billings, I think. Or
Oh, yeah,
Bozeman.
this one was in Whitefish, and Kristen
Oh, wow.
Proby put it on.
Oh,
Oh, Oh,
It
I
was
love
going on the
Christian.
same time that Casey and I were there, but we didn't go to it because we
Aw,
didn't have tickets. But
I didn't know that was happening.
yeah,
Cool.
there
that's
were a
very
lot of
cool.
readers that were
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
Montana last
Mhm.
week. So
My dad was from there, and he actually passed away during COVID, or right as COVID quarantines, the week it started. And so we've had his ashes ever since, and we're supposed to spread them up there. But my mom has been too much like not wanting to let them go yet. So,
Oh
but she
yeah.
said this past summer, she's thinking about it for next summer. So it might go up there. We'll see.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh man, that's kind of heartbreaking and also like super cool at the same time. I hope
Yeah, I mean, we have our old ranch up there from our family heritage long ago.
Yeah.
Original family homestead still in the
Mhm.
family, and so I think that's where he wanted to be tossed
Yeah.
off the hill up there. So
Yeah. I mean, I have some friends that have some family property down in Idaho, and their family like cemetery is at the point now where they have to be cremated.
oh wow,
The state says no more Barzies here. So,
yeah, oh wow,
so they have to be cremated and sent
yeah,
there. But that's super awesome.
yeah.
I hope you get to do that for your
Yeah, so
mother, and I think it would be awesome for her. And if you ever get this way, just let me know. Well,
Okay.
like, I'm sorry, as long as I'm not sick or my husband's not planning a camping trip,
Yeah, thank you.
or my dog
I'll
doesn't
make
need
you a priority, Z. Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. We have let's do one question because we also need to get to JC.
Mhm.
But let's do planners or pantsers.
I'm a plantser, somewhere in between. So I think a lot about scenes and people in advance because I always have lots of publishing going on, and then by the time I sit down to write, I'm fully aware of who these are and where I want it to end up. It's just all the stuff in the middle that I discover along the way. So that's how I do it. But
Okay.
I am a planner, 100%. I have sticky notes and a board. I have scene cards and spreadsheets.
I love this. I wish I was like that. I mean, I've tried to be. I have. And then I was like, they're not following the sticky notes.
Right.
That does sometimes happen, and it gives me a little bit of anxiety, not gonna lie.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I have tried. Yeah, I've tried to plot more. I mean, I normally, what was it? My one of my early editors called it just like, as long as you have your tent poles, you kind of know like what happens at the beginning, 25%, 50%, 75%, and then at the end. And she said, then, because I don't know, if I know the whole story from start to finish, then for me it's no fun. Because I'm a discovery writer. I mean, I think people who are more plotters, like they get that joy of discovery as they're plotting. And then they write it. Whereas I feel like, yeah, I have to have, I don't know.
I have
I have to
ADHD,
surprise myself
so
as I go, or else it's no fun for me.
I have ADHD, so I'll plan the whole thing out and then I have to like put it in a drawer somewhere because if I try to write it right away, then my brain is like, what are you doing? We already did this. We already know
Yes.
how it ended. So
Yeah.
like, we're not going to write this.
Mhm.
So I have to like forget about it and do something else
Yeah.
and then go back to it and write it. But it's already done and plotted
Yeah.
out. So it's like, as I'm writing it, I'm remembering like, oh yeah, yeah, okay, this is good.
I love this. I
That's
love
a good idea.
yeah.
I
I
haven't
always
tried to trick myself like that into
Yeah.
thinking I'm writing something new when it's already planned out. I haven't tried that, but it's fascinating just how different people's processes are
Yeah.
that we have on here. Because yeah, some people are like, oh my gosh, I could never just pants my way through a story. Like I would be frozen. And then other people are like, oh my gosh, if I don't know every single plot turn and beat and have like a 20,000 word outline before I begin, like I can't even imagine trying to sit down to write a book. So it's fascinating how everybody does it different.
I had this conversation today with a guy that was like, oh, I just heard that I just saw on Facebook that you're an author. And I'm like, yeah. and he's like, I'm a musician, and then he was talking about learning the different ways that musicians do things, and I'm like, it's so similar being an author. And I told him about Romance Happy Hour, and I was like, it's one of my favorite parts of Romance Happy Hour is hearing how everybody has their process.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always so different. Like nobody, like I can't remember who it was. Who was it that has to go to a tire? She's like big, but she has to go to the tire company so that she can smell the tires.
Oh, Amy Dawes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Amy Dawes.
She wrote a lot at the tire company. Yeah.
Yeah. She goes to the tire company so she can smell the tires, and that gives her inspiration.
I think it was more for the free coffee and the comfortable seating, but,
that too.
but yeah, the smell of tires probably does
Smell of
like trick her
tires.
brain into like, it's time to write.
Yeah. That's insane.
It's funny.
All right. We got to hear from Zee JC.
You do, from JC. Yeah.
Mhm.
So JC, what do you have for us tonight? Do you need to set it up at all, or?
I'm going to have to set it up a little bit. I have
Okay.
Breaking the Curse, which
Woohoo.
is my paranormal solo debut novel. I'm going to not start from the beginning because that's a lot of setup, but I am going to read a little bit from his perspective and then a little bit from her perspective because it's dual POV.
All right. Sounds good.
So basically you can tell by the blurb, she falls off of she's afraid of the ocean and she falls off a boat, of course. Right. So
Of course.
yes, of course she has to fall off a boat. So how is the octopus man going to get her if she doesn't fall off a boat?
She's got to, yeah. Yep. Okay.
So yes, Breaking the Curse is a paranormal romance / monster romance because he is tentacled from the waist down.
Oh, how many tentacles? Can I ask that before we leave?
Well, he has 8 because
okay, only 8 tentacles.
Because
only
he's
8,
an octopus.
yes, correct. He
Only 8 though. Not 9.
only 8 tentacles, yeah, but I mean like
okay,
he has otherworldly parts.
Okay.
Blessings.
Yes,
Blessings. Yeah, that's a good. That's
blessed with.
Okay. I love this. Let's go.
Okay.
I love this so much. Today's exciting for me. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm really excited about your books today.
Okay, bear with me because I am dyslexic. I'm not illiterate, I promise.
You are going to do just fine. All right. We're going to set you up there and we'll be back when you're done.
Okay. So we're starting with Argo's point of view. And it starts with Argo's ocean has never offered him a gift like this. A trembling girl, a chance. He hesitated, knowing well that the sharp teeth that sank into hopes that rose too quickly. His body floated, a contradiction of stillness and anticipation, while his heart beat centuries in a single moment. He looked at the struggling woman and saw a reflection of his past failures. A human, a fragile creature clinging desperately to a hope of salvation. Perhaps she was the one who could redeem him. Could he, tainted by centuries of longing, channel her hope to break the curse and recapture the freedom he once possessed on solid ground? Inside, Argo wrestled with his conscience as she clutched at him with trembling hands. The cold reality of his predicament pressed down on him. He could not simply claim her as his own, nor could he kidnap her under the guise of salvation. Could she truly love him if he did? She believed he came to rescue her. If she could only hear the turbulent chorus of his inner thoughts, she might have challenged the wrath of the sea herself. He gazed into her eyes, wide and searching for some semblance of solace, their color a reflection of the sky before the storm. Argo watched the way her full lips pressed together in uncertainty, and how droplets of water clung to thick lashes like tiny beads of sorrow. She was breathtaking. Overwhelmed by the raw immediacy of the moment, he leaned in and pressed his lips against hers. At first, their kiss was tentative, meeting of souls. Then an insatiable hunger took over him, driving his tongue deep into her mouth, exploring every hidden corner as if to memorize every secret. He felt the delicate tremor of her throat as it convulsed around his tongue, a sensation that stirred in him a thrill that he had lain dormant for centuries. In that charged instant, his decision solidified. He would claim her, steal her away from the world above, every part of him a living tapestry of regret, desire, and desperate hope to demand that he not let his chance slip away. She is the key, he thought. His thoughts were a quiet, consistent mantra beneath the murmur of the tide. She is the one who will set me free. And now we are in Bree's perspective. She is the female main character, and she has been kidnapped. And she's waking up because she passed out. Details of the night were a jumbled mess in her memory. Falling off a ship, check. A mysterious man emerging from the ocean, check. His kiss igniting sensations that infected her body with an unexpected longing, check. With a gentle touch to her lips, she blushed, her body recalling the moment with heightened precision. But where the F was she, really? Lying on her back, she bit her lip and scanned her surroundings desperately for an exit. But there were none. No doors, no windows, just the damp, gritty ground beneath her. No wonder my body hurt so bad. When she turned her head, she noticed the man next to her, grimacing, his face contorted in discomfort as he let out a low groan and clenched his eyes shut. His body was rigid, as if he was reluctant to shift even an inch, yet she needed to wake him for some clarity. Just as she was about to nudge him awake, an unsettling sensation crept over her. Her heart quickened as she realized something cold and unyielding was coiled around her wrist, its grip steady and unrelenting. She raised her arm slowly and froze as a tentacle revealed itself. A blood-curdling scream tore through her, snapping the man beside her from his slumber. Without warning, he sat upright and then vanished into the darkness, leaving her stunned by a splash of water. Bree jerked upright, her heart pounding in disbelief. Had that nightmare appendage been real, or had her intoxicated mind conjured it from her nightmares? Am I still drunk? She whispered, wiping water from her face as she suddenly saw him again. Their resting place was nothing more than a precarious ledge jutting out over the water. Using his strength, he lifted himself from the water and positioned himself on his arms, locking eyes with her without uttering a word. You saved me. Thank you. But where am I? Still, he said nothing, just stared at her. Can you even understand me? She pressed, desperate for some normalcy. He responded with a slow nod, and although she smiled at him, her gut twisted in apprehension. His eyes were unnerving, a swirling tapestry of speckled greens with an elongated oval pupil. Instantly she recoiled, afraid of what this man truly was, for those eyes were anything but human. He shook his head, droplets scattering from the dark hair as he lifted his hand in a gesture of patience before pulling himself out of the water. Bree's weariness warred with a morbid fascination as she watched him, a figure from a painting she could only have dreamed. Every muscle in his body seemed perfectly sculpted. Her instincts screamed caution, a loud, alarming echo in her mind, yet her body and eyes betrayed her, drawn in despite her better judgment. Bree watched him as he hoisted himself onto the ledge, every movement a display of raw strength. The muscles in his arms flexed with a taut precision, the water cascading off each well-defined contour of his bare chest, the droplets glistening like diamonds in the small beams of sun, accentuating the sheer perfection of his physique. Even the strange circular patches scattered across his sun-kissed skin seemed to be an enigmatic allure, stirring an almost primal reaction deep within her. Whatever he was, he seemed to have been sculpted by divine hands, a living embodiment of a deity's perfection. Heat crept up her cheeks, a warm flush that spread like wildfire, and despite her inner voice urging her to look away, she found herself utterly captivated, unable to break the magnetic pull of his presence. Each muscle appeared exquisitely sculpted and taut and defined V-shape of his torso, drawing the gaze downward with an irresistible allure, leading to the unexpected sight of his tentacles. In a frantic scramble, Bree backed away until her back jostled against the unyielding wall of the rock. When he pushed himself further upright, Bree stared, trembling with disbelief and adrenaline as the full force of his presence hit her. From below the waist, the impossibility began. Where legs should be, 8 massive tentacles unfurled, their surface shifting in color. The delicious golden skin of his torso faded into an inky black with deep purple undertones. Her mind fought to name him, a monster, yes, but a beautiful one. Each appendage was thick and strong, tapering to graceful, elegant tips, now slowly curling and uncurling in time with her breaths. She could hardly tear her eyes away from his appendages, and when she looked back to his face, his eyes held hers, lime green, vibrant, and softly glowing. Her pulse quickened. A part of her marveled at the divine perfection of his form, while another screamed to flee from the enigma before her. He had the body of a god, if that god were Pot Cthulhu. Her stomach roiled, and her face burned as conflicting emotions battled within her. He pushed himself up, stretching to his full height. 8 long, thick, sinuous tentacles unfurled beneath him, supporting his weight and elevating him until he loomed over her. The tentacles, glistening in the dim light, guided him closer with a smooth, deliberate grace. Her heart raced as panic surged through her, and she frantically slid back along the cold wall, trying to distance herself, only to find herself slipping back into the water. Maybe this time I'll wake up from this nightmare and be in my own bed. And I'll stop there.
Of course you're going to stop there and leave us hanging.
I know. I'm just going to show this. Fire. And this one. Damn. So that's what you got while you were reading. So, yes. Hello.
I know. I feel like I need to like fan myself a little bit, Dawn.
Yeah.
I forgot to say that it's a fairy tale retelling. It's a mashup of Beauty and the Beast and The Little Mermaid. So he can't talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes things extra challenging.
So he has
I'm assuming
his body language, to sway her.
Yes. That's what I was going to say is I'm assuming they find a way to talk, to communicate.
Yes.
My mouth is agape because I'm intrigued. I mean,
maybe a love language, Dawn.
Yes, love language.
The body language, right?
So if your book, okay, so I'm gonna go on a weird tangent here. If your book was a movie, though, would there be like little creatures also singing like songs, like
Under the
sea? Would not
the crab did?
No.
You want to kiss her? I can't remember the song. But
it's Kiss the Girl, but no.
Kiss the Girl, yeah.
There are no friendly creatures. He's basically alone constantly. Like any sea creatures that are there that are sentient enough to willing to break his curse have been scared off by the person that cursed him. So even the sentient creatures underneath the sea will not speak to him for fear of their own life.
That really sucks because
is it a sea witch? Is it a sea witch?
It is a sea witch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna have to go find that one.
I mean, that sucks because I feel like he needs a crab that sings for him.
Dawn,
to love him.
Do not give this poor guy crabs. He does not need a crab.
I'm sorry, JC. This is how we are. I'm sorry. I mean,
no, I think he needs his
crabs.
True
love to break the curse, obviously.
I think it's kind of weird if like the crab's just watching him, and her.
That would
it's not that kind of
weird.
Ooh, Jen has a good question, Dawn. Did you see that?
Yeah, on 37, like this one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that one too. Yes,
okay.
But then the one she just asked.
Oh, shoot, I didn't see that one yet because I was on this one. Is there, John, you would like to write in that you haven't yet? And let's do both of you. Let's go, JC first.
I get horror.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I would love to write horror.
You would?
Yeah.
We actually had a horror author on here not that long ago. She wrote a lot of horror poetry, which was fascinating.
Was I here for that one?
Oh, maybe you were gone. Yeah. That was very interesting. You have to go back and look.
I will. Yeah. Yes. I think we. Do you like true crime?
Oh, I love
to watch true crime.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You and me. True crime.
I got you.
I don't watch scary movies either. It's like that just hits too close to home. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ever since
don't-
I watched Poltergeist when I was, like we had HBO and it played. That was back when, things were not on demand. I don't know if any of you like actually even realized that ever happened, because a lot of you are so much younger than me. But yeah, used to be you didn't get to pick what you watched on TV and you just had to adhere to
Yeah.
whatever was playing. And Poltergeist
Please.
played over and over and over and over and over. It was horrible.
I remember that when you actually had to like go into like the thing and like rent your video and they sent it to you in the mail via Netflix.
Yes.
Yes.
That was the
I'm
thing
that
too.
old. Yes.
But I've been scared of horror movies ever since.
Yeah, I'm always scared of horror movies.
Mhm.
We don't watch them in my house during Halloween.
No.
My daughter's a big fan. I say go elsewhere. Go elsewhere for that. So, yes, I agree.
But monster romance is nothing like a horror. Monster
No.
romance, you still get your happy endings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With your
And
tentacle.
I
Always
think
in the
that
way you expect.
it's breaking the curse is probably like I want to say like something that would help you get into monster romance if you weren't already ready to like dive in, because he is like part of breaking the curse would be like to make him a man again. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because he's cursed, clearly.
Right.
I was gonna say, is it like the Beauty and the end of Beauty and the Beast, where like there's like, and then there's like
You
this.
can't give the whole thing away. You
I
have to read the
mean-
book.
Okay.
Dawn
you're
always
right.
wants to know how everything ends,
I
but don't tell her.
do.
Make her work for it.
You're right.
That's funny.
Don't tell me.
We didn't get Zee's answer though. Is there a
Yeah.
genre you would like to write in that you haven't yet?
So I don't know if it'd be domestic thriller or if it would be maybe sci-fi romance, but my daughter and I have been ideating and writing some things down for a romance where you've probably seen them, but they're the AI boyfriends, AI husbands. And so we have some ideas about that. There have been a couple of movies out where it's usually the man who gets like a AI woman or something like that. But I have yet to find anything. I haven't really done a huge search, but nothing mainstream anyway, where it's the woman who gets fulfilled in a certain way through this AI relationship. But but things are going to take a twist with either a domestic thriller, or if we keep it romance, then it would be a happy ending with a friend who, does come to light as a potential romance interest, who's a real man. So, so that's where we're headed with that one. But
oh my gosh, I feel like, okay, so I was like, okay, AI, I'm like trying to wrap my head around this. And then I thought upload, right?
yeah,
like upload is like
fun.
an AI. And so you need to write, I can't remember what her name is, but the blonde chick who uploaded him.
Yeah.
You need to write her romance, because that poor girl.
Yeah, exactly.
She's gone through a lot. She needs to get
That was
her
a good
romance.
show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know what that would be. If that would, I don't know, sci-fi romance. I'm not quite sure.
Maybe.
That would
or
be,
unfortunately, it could be contemporary romance if we just give it another year or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord, you never know with AI, because honestly, I think my Siri has a personality now. I'm just going to say that, because sometimes she sasses me.
Oh, I'm sure she does. I'm sure if she lives in your house, she's probably taken a lot of abuse.
I'm pretty sure she's like, eventually she's going to start cussing and she's going to be like, bitch, like seriously. I don't know, but
sorry. All right, Dawn, I've seen at least one more question and we're getting
we got it. Who would play the main character in your stories? Let's go with Casey or JC. Sorry, JC first. Sorry.
I don't know why you keep putting a K in front of her name.
Like, I don't know. That's the second time I wanted to put a K in there.
I honestly couldn't tell you. I have no idea. I mean,
you wouldn't automatically think Jason Momoa is Aquaman?
No, I actually modeled Argo off of Ben Barnes.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
Oh, well then look him up.
Okay.
All right, but we'll have to Google.
We will Google, but can you, for our viewers, if you get a chance after we're done here, post a picture of him in the comments?
I
also, because I'm lazy and I can.
Okay. Do you have a heroine in mind?
I do not.
Okay.
It's all right. We'll have to have our viewers, after they read the book, come back and tell us who they pictured. So
Z.
Well, I actually love the model, which is Joey
Mm.
Berry. He's a paperback model, cover model. So I did picture him. I usually think in things of movies, and so that's how it plays in my head. So I think of him, and then I was thinking maybe Jennifer Lawrence, possibly. I don't write a lot of blondes, but this is a blonde, and I was kind of thinking, yeah, somebody who could be funny and obstinate, but then serious too. So yeah, maybe.
And you know what? Hair color is like a temporary thing. I mean, I just ask me how I know that, but hair color can change pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sometimes Dylan has pink hair.
No, only. Well, yeah, when I was bald and going through cancer treatment, Dawn. Thanks for the memory.
I thought that's what you were getting at.
I did. No, I just meant like normally I don't even know what my color hair is anymore. It used to be brown, but it just keeps getting lighter. Imagine that.
So that's a natural blonde.
Well, I don't know. No.
It's natural now.
No. I don't think we want to devote any time to talking about my natural hair color tonight. I mean, do we? Aren't there more exciting things to talk about? I'm pretty sure there are.
No. Okay. Well, because we're like 4 minutes over, so we have to.
I know. That's what happens around here. So before we head out, thank you so much, J.C. and Zee, for being with us tonight. Just as a parting, I guess, as we say goodbye, is there any place in particular where readers should look for you online? Do you hang out in any certain spot more frequently than others? How about you, Zee?
You can always find my books on Amazon or my website, zeeirwinauthor.com, but Facebook, Zee Irwin Romance, and my Kissing Springs reader group is where I usually am.
All right. How about you, J.C.?
Well, like Zee said, you can find my books on Amazon also, and at my website, which is authorjcbrown.com. And I'm usually posting in my reader group, which is the Miscreant Mobsters.
Ooh, I like that. All right. Sounds good. Anything from you, Dawn?
Nope. Because I'm resisting the urge to say beaver. That's all.
All right. Well, Dawn will not be here next time. You just told me because you have I was going to say pre-existing condition, but you have
I do have
a pre-existing commitment. So so we'll see if I can find somebody to help me co-hostess, or if I will be here by myself. But I will be here on October 9th. That's our next show. And we'll see you then. So again, J.C. and Zee, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
Has a great weekend. And make sure we put links in the comments. So make sure you go pick up their books. And if you loved our show, make sure you give us a review on YouTube and Facebook, and go follow us on your favorite podcast app. So, all right. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.